Hey everybody, and welcome back to Horror Film Lovers Wildcard Wednesdays. We're back with this show. I haven't done this show in forever. I don't even know how long it's been. But I decided to bring it back because we need more content for horror film lovers, I figured. And I figured why not do some more content. So record some Wildcard Wednesdays. And I decided that what I was gonna do was talk about why I'm not a big fan of uh of a certain type and subgenre of horror. And the certain type is found footage movies. And look, I first of all, I want to say that Blair Witch was fucking smart. They had a cool idea. They went out, they shot it, they made the movie. It became a big hit. Grossed lots and lots of money. Sadly, the actors did not get paid well enough. Whatever. That's a whole another topic that I don't even really want to go into because it's not my business. What is my business is that I remember when Blair Witch came out and everybody was making a big deal out of it, saying, "Oh my God, there's this movie where they found this footage of these kids who died and stuff like that." And they marketed it that way that these people were real people, which their names are real and stuff like that, but they weren't real, like they were characters of themselves and stuff. But we didn't know that. We thought they were real. And then all of a sudden we saw the shaky cam and them interviewing people and so many people have made found footage movies just like that for themselves. Not a bad thing. I mean, especially in the indie world, it's a good way to make a movie. However, I'm still not a big fan of it. It doesn't make it a bad movie. It doesn't make it say that like I don't have to love it. Um, but I don't have to watch a lot of them either. Now, because okay, so horror film lovers, Mainstream Monday, we did like the paranormal activity movies and whatnot, which I was not wanting to do originally. I was like, all right, then forced myself to do it, just like the Saw movies. Paranormal Activity and the Saw movies were sort of like the movies the franchises I just didn't care for. Now, if somebody mixed them together, made Paranormal Saw, I might be interested in checking that out. Uh, the Paranormal Activity movies I started liking because it wasn't a person with a camera the whole time shaking it and looking into it saying, you know, um, I'm so scared and shit like that, whatever. That wasn't it. What was it was they were using other means of seeing. So there's recording from this and that and that and this. The only problem I have with that idea is like, who the fuck edited this all together and thought, okay, we're gonna go from that place to that place and pick this stuff up and put them all into a movie for people to see and still say that this is like a police thing. Like that made that stuff I didn't buy necessarily, but I kind of let it slide because it's a freaking movie. Um but it just doesn't make any sense to me. A lot of this stuff doesn't make any sense to me. That's another reason I don't like found footage movies. I don't like movies where the people run with the camera in their hand, like this big ass hulking camera in their hand or whatever. Now it'd be phone. So I guess they wouldn't want to drop their phone because they need it for communications. But when they have like these big camcorders or whatever and they're running with it or whatever, I hate to say it, man, something coming after me, I'm dropping everything I can because I don't want anything slowing me down. I also don't want to be doing this thing where you start running, but you're looking back to see the person coming after you, that slows you down. I'm sorry. What are you doing? Stop trying to get footage of it. And the reasons they do that is so that us, the audience, can see the thing coming after them. Otherwise, we just see their feet. But it makes no sense in real life. So this stuff, the found footage stuff makes no sense to me. When it comes to horror films, the only ones that make sense to me are like, I think it was like Behind. when it's like a documentary kind of style and stuff where it's like somebody made a documentary about like a killer or something like it's a Behind the Mask movie with Leslie Vernon or whatever. I thought that was well done. I was very, very into that. That but that didn't feel like a normal found footage film to me or anything. I don't even know if I could classify that as a found footage film at all. But you know, Blair Witch kind of started this whole thing. Paranormal Activity kept it going, and now people just think I can make any thing. And there's one movie I actually did like, which was Willow Creek, done by Bobcat Goldthwait. Willow Creek was uh pretty good, but I mean it's no different, no whatever than any other horror film. I mean, I I feel like the found footage stuff's just been done. It's just over. I just don't really care for it. It's not my favorite genre. And then when you mix like zombies in there, another thing I don't typically like unless it's comedy zombies, zombies, I care about that. But if it's like a serious and the people are running and getting footage of the zombies while they run. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It just takes me out of the movie. It makes me go, this is a movie. And I'm sorry, but when I like to watch my horror films or any movie, I like to be taken out of the movie and thinking that I'm in this different world. That's what got me into movies, period, was like thinking I was in a world, you know. Um, when I watch Ghostbusters, it still takes me to that world, that you're involved in. You think all these monsters are real and all this other stuff. Oh, I wish Slimer was here so he could eat all my food. But the found footage movies, they just feel like it's a movie after a while. It's like, I don't like this. And then it's bickering, bickering, bickering for half the movie. Because what else are you gonna do when you're video recording somebody the whole time? Is like you're gonna have to get a lot of like people yelling at each other and bickering, and it just gets to be sort of boring and blasé. And I want to see something more. I want to see a bigger, better thing. So anyway, I'm not a huge into found footage, obviously, but I do recommend people checking out like Paranormal Activity and even Blair Witch. Like I once again, I think that was a solid idea. It just unfortunately, to me, just kind of eh, like I don't know. I love the guys who made it, and I love what they're doing, but I don't know, kind of bored me. And so I never watched the second one. I think maybe one day I will. But yeah, it's not my cup of tea. However, um, if you're into found footage films, and you love them for whatever reason, I'm not gonna tell you, you shouldn't. Found footage is trying to attack me now, making me sick. Um, but yeah, I thought it was okay, and yeah, it's not my favorite, but you know what? People make these things. These are films that people love to do. So I appreciate the fact that that they went out and made a movie, especially independent films. Go right ahead, go do it. Just know that like I'm probably gonna pass on an indie found footage film. Me personally, I'm just gonna pass on it unless I like know the people involved or something, and they ask me to watch it. But even then, like I might even tell them, man, I am not a fan of that. Like I think I think a lot of times it's just okay, this is what we have, these are the resources we have. We're just gonna go out and shoot a found footage film. I think that's bad. I think it's better if you shoot and this coming from some guy who thought at one point of doing one, because of it was cheaper and shit and stuff. And then I thought to myself, no, I wouldn't want to watch it. I wouldn't want to watch it. I'm cool if other people make it, but like me, why would I want to make something I don't even want to see? Like that's the other thing is I've been told like, oh, what if you were asked to do the Saw movies, or whatever, and you said no? Would you say no? I said hell no. You know. I mean, no offense, James Wan. Go ahead, ask me, but I'll probably say you can find somebody better who knows more about, who loves the Saw franchise. Um, but sign me up for Insidious or The Conjuring because I'd love to do one of those. Um, I love demon and ghosts and stuff, but I'm just not a big fan of found footage, so don't ask me to do Paranormal Activity. I just had no interest in that. I mean, I would not be the right person for it, but I do love that people are making them, and that's hopefully they have original ideas, and it just doesn't feel like a derivative of Paranormal Activity or Blair Witch. So if you're made one, awesome. Love you guys. Keep doing it. If you're thinking about making one, go ahead, do it. Um, if you want to watch one of those, go ahead, watch them. I'm not here to tell you that like you can't do that shit. I'm just here to tell you that I'm not a fan of it, and that's fine. So with that, I'll let you guys go. Join me I think tomorrow. I think I'm gonna try to be doing one like 5 days a week now for horror film lovers. Don't quote me on that though, because there may be a week or two or every other one that I do that is only was it uh you know 3 episodes or something for the week. But you will get more content here. So hope you guys enjoy that. Talk to you later. Bye.